Page 18, number 13. Another word problem for quadratics. A group of elderly citizens chartered a bus for $160. However, at the last minute, 8 of them fell ill and had to miss the trip. As a consequence, the other citizens had to pay an extra $1 each. How many elderly citizens went on the trip? Okay, so let's assume that the number of citizens that went on the trip is X. So the number of citizens that were going to go on the trip is X plus 8. Right, there were 8 more. It was $160, and when it was X plus 8 citizens, let's say that they paid Y, and that was $160. After 8 of them got sick, then it was X citizens times Y plus 1. And that was also $160. Okay, so let's figure out what the value is for Y on this one and substitute it into here using substitution. Now, why aren't we going to do the same thing with X? Well, we know, I'm just trying to make a shortcut here, we know that the answer that we want is X. We don't really care about Y. So what we're going to do is replace all the Y's like over here. And the easiest way to do that is to use this equation here. We're going to divide both sides by X plus 8 to get Y by itself. And then once we do that, we're going to put this expression for Y into there. And then we are going to have an expression with only x's in it. So we're going to have 160 over x plus 8 plus 1 equals 160. So I'm going to start my work over here, and I'm going to multiply everything by x plus 8 so that I don't have any x plus 8 in the denominator anymore. So I'm going to have x times 160 plus x plus 8 equals 160 times x plus 8. I multiplied everything by x plus 8. Then I'm going to get 160x plus x squared plus 8x equals 160x plus 160 times 8 is 64 times 2, 128, 1280. Okay, think. Now I'm going to move everything to the left side. I'm going to cross out these 160x's because I'm going to subtract 160x from both sides. I got rid of that. Then I'm left with x squared plus 8x minus 1,280 equals 0. So now there's going to be maybe 2 values for x. I'm going to use apps, polysmlt, and I'm going to use polyroot finder, and I'm going to put in the coefficients 1, 8, and negative 1,020. 1, 8, negative 1,280. I said something different. And it gives me 2 answers. One's x equals 32 and the one's x equals negative 40. The number of citizens can't be negative 40, so we're just going to keep x equals 32 as the only answer. And that was it. Okay. If you want to figure out how much they paid, then you can use, for example, this equation to figure out what the y value is, but they never asked. Okay, number 15. A truck carrying a wide load needs to pass through the parabolic tunnel, shown the units are in meters. A truck is 5 meters high and 4 wide. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to have a truck going through here, and it is 5 meters high and 4 wide. Okay. Find the quadratic function which describes the shape of this tunnel. Determine whether the truck will fit. So they give us enough characteristics of this tunnel so that we can figure out the equation for it. You see that it has y-intercepts at -3 and 3. It's got the vertex at 0, 8. So what if we used factored form, because we do have both x-intercepts. So we'll use that. And the only thing we need to figure out is what's a, and that'll be our function. Okay? So let's see. What about the vertex 0, 8? If the vertex is 0, 8, we'll put in 0 for the x's, and we'll put 8 for y, and we'll see what a has to be. -3 times +3 equals -9a. So a is equal to -8/9. That makes sense, right? A is negative because the parabola is turned upside down, it's opening down. Okay? So our equation is going to be -8/9 x minus 3, x plus 3. Now it says determine whether the truck will fit. To see if it will fit, we kind of need to figure out where these points are, okay, and hope that they're tall enough. On the x-coordinate for these points, we know that the truck is 4 wide. So one of the x-coordinate is +2, the other x-coordinate is -2. Let's plug in 2 into our equation and then see what we get. If we get at least 5, then we're okay. So we're going to say, what's the y value when x is 2 or -2, which will be the same value. So here we have -8/9 times -1 times 5, which is equal to 40 divided by 9, positive. And so 40 divided by 9 is equal to 4.44, which is not tall enough, right? Because the truck is 5 meters high. At this point here, the height of the tunnel is 4.44. So, no. Doesn't fit. Height at x equals ±2 is only 4.44, not greater than or equal to 5. Okay, that's it for this page.